Pop Infidel Ben the Looney and viewers, I will admit that I do text people. I text my friends and some relatives, mostly my mom and my oldest sister and an old friend of mine from high school. So I have nothing against texting in general. It's just the mass amount of idiots who abuse texting that I have more than a few issues with. You know, texting and driving, texting behind the wheel, people who text when they're in the same room, you know, abbreviating entire phrases. It's beyond annoying. You know, why would you text with somebody who's within earshot of you? I mean, you guys are standing in front of each other, you're next to each other, you're in the same room, you know, whatever. Okay, unless you're somehow mute, you can't have a vocal conversation. You do realize that, right? I mean, what? Are you having dirty little text sex, or are you talking crap about somebody and you don't want them to hear what you're trying to say? Okay, two things. One, if you're having text sex, how freaking lazy are you that you can't just find a nice, quiet, private spot to drop your pants and dip your wick? Two, if you're talking crap about somebody on the phone, texting crap about somebody on the phone, you have no balls. And I say that because I've always been the kind of guy who's just like, well, if you've got something to say about me, you can say it to my face. Now, that's about all I can say for that topic, so let me touch on abbreviating entire phrases for a little bit. The I am language. No, I don't do that. You know, it's something I cannot comprehend for a number of reasons, because I don't shorten words in an asinine way when I spell them out. Okay, for the most part, I use proper spelling and punctuation when I text somebody, because it's annoying as hell trying to decipher the I am spelling. Are you here? What is your prob? My prob is I can't figure out what you're trying to tell me, or ask me, or just say to me for that matter, okay? I thought I was just trying to have a conversation with somebody, not decode the Matrix. I mean, jeez. LOL, OMG, STFU, ROTFL, LMFAO, FTW. Well, I got a new one for you. You may have heard me say in a previous video that's no longer on YouTube. You might not have. It is simply this. SMFO. It means suck my fat one. Now, for all the liberal elitist snobs out there, it is SMLO. Sucketh mine large one. For all the illegal aliens, I mean undocumented Democrats, it is CMOU. Gobibo mi obesus uno. For all the cheese-eating surrender monkeys, I mean French, it is SMGU. Suche mon gros un. This has gone on way too long. That's what she said. Now, it's because of the abbreviating in the I am language that I think so many kids these days, including people from my generation, cannot spell to save their lives, okay? Look, I'm OCD in a number of ways. Like, for example, when I write or type something, I'd better have the, for the most part, correct spelling, or you can just chuck everything out the window. I'd better make sure the sentence structure is just right whenever I type up these little transcripts for my videos, so that I don't sound like a babbling buffoon. So I don't sound like mushmouth here. Then it's like watching Joe Biden without the anticipation of an incredibly uneducated and just downright stupid comment that we all know is inevitable. Except when Joe Biden says something stupid, it's funny as hell. When I say something stupid, everybody facepalms themselves, hits the dislike button, and hits the back button to go find a different video. Now, bottom line, take more care in your spelling. It doesn't matter if you're writing, typing, or texting. If you text me, don't send me that abbreviated garbage. Now, I understand that texting behind the wheel is a pretty big, issue and has been subject to many state government bans. Personally, I think the people who get into a wreck or run somebody over because they were texting behind the wheel, they're stupid. Okay, too dumb to look up and pay attention to the road. They don't deserve to have a driver's license, okay? If you think oh, maybe I could just go a couple of miles without looking at this stretch of road and just finish up typing this little thing to my wife. The only wheel you deserve to get behind at this point is either that of a bumper car or one of those driving games that they have set up at Chuck E. Cheese's. If you get into a wreck and die, it's your fault, man. And it's the same way I look at it for people who get clipped for texting and walking out into the middle of the street. Oh, gee, I'm so sorry I keep bumping into you. I'm too lazy and too stupid to take maybe 2 steps over to the right here. Wait, this is my left. To the right here. And finish sending this message to my sweetheart. Holy crap, I just got clipped by a black Charger. I mean, I was just trying to finish up replying to this message from my bro, and it just came out of nowhere and just rammed into me. Okay. Maybe you should start paying more attention to what you're doing. Chances are you won't get so many dirty looks your way when you're walking down the street, and you might live a little while longer. You can afford to look up and not pay so much attention to your phone, because it doesn't matter who your cellular provider is, whether it's Straight Talk, or it's AT&T, or Verizon, or if you have a Boost mobile phone like I do. It doesn't matter. Nobody gets reception in the afterlife. I guarantee it. So your little message can wait. And no, I don't think that the government needs to put bans on texting behind the wheel, because common sense and logic should be dictating what we do instead of a bunch of career politicians who are just trying to trying to make up an excuse to forward a command and control government agenda. But that's another topic for another day. Pay attention, people.